I know you. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Hello, Mark, Crypto Chris. It is I, the real Randy Chavez. Everyone here at home. I am in a Pokemon room because we all live in a Pokemon world. Little introduction with you guys and how y'all got into Pokemon.
All right, I'll start. I'm Mark. I've been collecting Pokemon since I was a kid. From the days of putting cards in your pocket with rubber bands around them, I was there. Yeah, I just recently started again collecting. Me and my friends actually played competitive Pokemon back in like 2008, 9, 2010 during like Diamond and Pearl era. And yeah, it was fun. Took a break from it, and then found out that cards skyrocketed during the pandemic. Picked up a bunch of stuff, and this is actually one of my favorite things I've picked up. I got the entire like Shadowless
Yo,
set right here, so all
nice.
framed up right there. And yeah, I've always wanted these three cards, and these three cards
Yeah,
finally got them. So
good for you, man.
yeah.
Cool. So I was a '90s baby. So I kind of, that when I was growing up, Pokemon was also blowing up, and I just started playing. I think my first interaction with Pokemon was the games, probably like Red, Yellow, and like those like classic Game Boy games. I had like the little, and I still have it. I don't know if it's here, but I had the box where all like the Game Boy, regular Game Boy, and Game Boy Advance games came in. I did collect cards here. I'll switch cameras for a second because I do have. I think it's easier to see over here. Sorry, guys.
Digging the hat, man. Digging the hat.
Oh yeah.
Thank you. This would be easier to see, but I was able in 2000 to get like the Burger King Golden cards, and like I still have them. I don't have them
Ooh.
like boxed or sealed or anything, but they're just really cool and they mean a lot
Oh,
to
that's
me.
sweet.
It's really, these aren't like worth a lot of money or anything, but they're just dear to me because they remind me of like my childhood collecting.
Yeah.
I got like the original like electronic Pikachu. I don't know if you guys remember these. There's a bunch of
Oh, sick.
nostalgia here. I got two of these actually. Both are in the box. This came out again, I think, in 2000. Um, I've always been a fan of the games. I did competitive Pokemon gaming for a while. I've pretty much played, beat, and spent way too many hours on every game that's been released, even including, up until the recent like Brilliant Diamond. I've been playing, so I'm a pretty big fan. I do collect the cards. I'm not like big into like the money moves with the cards. I collected as a kid, and that was probably my first thing that I really collected. So I think ever since my journey with Veve started, it kind of brought me back to when I was a kid and when I enjoyed collecting things. And I was able to pull out a bunch of my cards and my collecting stuff. And because Pokemon was really how my collecting journey started, and then Veve kind of reignited it.
Yeah, there's a lot of reasons why we're all here. Obviously, the speculation that it's in DV and all that. Somebody asked me. I get asked a lot. I don't know if you guys ever get asked. What would you prefer to start? Would you prefer to get the cards on the VV app, or would you prefer to get like statues?
For me, I don't know. That's tough because I think with when you open a Pokemon pack now, you get kind of the code cards inside them, and they have like an online digital collecting version of that, but you don't technically own it, right? It's just to get
Yeah,
the packs, right? Um, I think I'd prefer the collectibles because I think I'd want to see like the Viviverse, and I've always envisioned it like imagine if the Viviverse was like a open world Pokemon game where you can go around and encounter Pokemon, and you can like use your DeLorean to catch up with something super fast or something like that. I think that'd be crazy.
I remember thinking that. Well, what if they were able to have, let's say, like ghost type Pokemon, and then the ghost trap works on like a Haunter or a Ghastly? I'd be like,
Bro,
ah!
That'd be
Like my
sick.
mind.
that would be nuts.
Chris, what type of game would you hope that they develop? Would it be like the pinball game, or would it be like how we had in Pokemon Stadium when we're able to play our Game Boy game on the screen? What are you thinking?
Dude, Stadium was one of my favorite games of all time, and it was never duplicated. Like I was waiting for like a Stadium 3 style my entire life, and until this day, they never came out with another game like it. So
Dude, you're right, man. Like I remember like spending hours playing the mini games like in Pokemon Stadium, like the Ekans ring toss thing, and then the Magikarp, and then getting the points for it jumping.
Yeah, those mini games are so much fun, man.
Those are sick.
I think those mini games, like you're asking, like what would I look forward to? I think those mini games would be easy to implement, you know, like as opposed to like an entire like open world style like Pokemon game. Like that's very practical, and like if we did have collectibles, I think that's something we could work with. I do think it'd be cool, like to eventually, especially with Veve and IMX being like easy to trade on, having a TGC card game. I feel like that'd be a lot of fun, and I think just like the card games are on IMX right now, I think there'd be constant transactions of people trying to get better cards to be able to like play other people and earn, you know, maybe crypto or other things through winning.
Do you think that the Pokemon Go factions would kind of cross over and be like, well, you know, I'm this group or I'm that group, you know, like they had for Team Valor and all that?
I could totally see that. Like I could see. Do you guys see like a collaboration between like Veve and Niantic potentially, and using their 3D models that they have already?
I think even if there's not, people can still get tribal. Like I don't know, is it going to be like Harry Potter, where it's like, well, this is my Potter house, I took it on Pottermore, and then they carry them with that everywhere? Like the same thing with Pokemon, like, oh, I was on Team Valor, so no. I mean, they could just have different teams as well.
Mm-hmm. I know if that would be amazing for OMI the token, if, you know, Pokemon Go were to adopt that as a currency. Obviously, that's like everything right here is like speculation, but like that would be, dude, that'd be game over.
Yeah, I'd be very, very happy. In the game Earth 2 that I talk about a lot, I bought existing stadiums, hoping that, you know, when it is in like AR, that type of deal, it would be Pokemon Stadium. If they don't have something like Niantic, is that something you would buy land for, specifically Pokemon related, or would you focus on something else?
So sorry, the question is, would I buy land related to Pokemon?
Now, would you buy, like, if we do have a partnership with Niantic and say like, oh, here's like the Veveverse, but let's say it's also like a almost like a copy of Earth 2, or a copy of Pokemon Go.
Okay.
Would you rather? I forget what this question was. I'm sorry. Oh no, I'm sorry. It was nope, it's gone again. Oh yeah, buy land specifically for Pokemon Stadium.
Yes, I would totally buy that, because I know there'd be like the whole point of getting land is, you know, people coming in using your land for a particular purpose. And if we had Pokemon Stadium games, that's a no-brainer. Like people are gonna come and play that like for hours. I'm gonna play it for hours. I'm gonna pay myself to use my land.
I think even if we don't have a giant games like that, even if we're just allowed to walk around with the avatars, I think there'll still be races like, is Squirtle or Magikarp faster? You know, these types of things.
Mm-hmm. I would probably veer towards going to other people's land designated for that, but you know, that obviously just depends on like how much the land costs and how much we're able to get. But I mean, that would definitely be an instance of like passive income in the Vverse if you have like a pretty sick Pokemon Stadium that people can come and compete on.
Yeah, I guess it'd be kind of like YouTubers like, oh, how can I put this at a different angle? There's probably going to be a bunch of people that have Pokemon Stadiums, although I don't know how it'd be interchangeable, because in the Pokemon League you have like, oh, it's the ice field, grass field. I don't know if someone would be like, hey, I'll be the official fire Pokemon Stadium in Pokemon League, somebody else be the ice one.
Would you be Rock? Because I saw you comment something about Geodude or Rock on somebody's stream the other day.
Yeah, it was you ever read the Pokemon manga?
I have not, no, honestly.
Oh dude, so there's this one scene where like Team Rocket's taken over and they're attacking the good gym leaders like Erica, Brock, and Misty, and these guys are all trying to like defend their cities, you know, because they're the gym leaders. So Brock has his Graveler take his Geodude and do like rock toss and like yeets the Gravelers. Yeets the Geodudes up in the air, and Brock screams out, "Harden!" So it turns into like a meteor. I was like, what? When I read that, I was like, get the fudge out of here. That was so great.
I've heard the Pokemon manga is like pretty brutal, right? Like things get cut in half and like they don't hold back.
No, it's I think the only thing that they even in like the third generation, Or there's like one scene where this one kid, I don't know if he's gay or not, but he's like in the third generation called Pokemon contest and like design and whatever. And the thing is that he like took off the girl's clothes to get her measurements and then put it back on. It was like, oh my god,
That's funny. I know there was a couple of episodes, like especially in like Gen 1 banned because like I guess they leaned too much towards the manga and got in trouble for it.
I think it was like one where James had like breast or something like that, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
I remember that. I forgot about that.
Who cross-dress regularly, but having breasts, I think, was the
where
main issue. That like the Karen's had in the 90s.
Yeah. It's funny because like I feel like if that came out this year, like they would get in trouble for banning that episode. Whereas like in the 90s, it was like offensive.
Yeah, it's true. It's very true.
Shoes on the other foot. That happens in the cards too. I don't know if Mark's seen them. There's one. You saw the rocket one?
Yeah, there's like I think there's like a Grimer that's banned. There's Misty with her Staryu that's banned because she's like naked essentially on the card. And then what was the rocket one?
The rock. Oh, Sabrina was holding a master ball, but it looked like she was giving the finger.
Oh, just flipping off the person.
Yeah, so that, but that was it. Oh, and then I guess Kadabra was banned for like 17 years.
Yeah, it was like I think the magician, right?
Yeah. So that was yeah. So what in the normal generations, which ones do you like better? First, fifth, eighth, second?
The first definitely has like sticks with me because like that's what I grew up on, and like I probably know like I could probably name not off of the top of my memory like the first like few generations, but like definitely that first generation was just like the back of my mind. Like I knew everything about every Pokemon, you know, and that every time I like see like just like a Gen 1, I think Mark, don't you have a Gen 1 wall behind you?
Yeah, I do. It's like
like I can see it and just immediately like. Yeah, and it's like nostalgia pops up, and that was also, I said like I'm not huge into the cards, but I did have all the Gen 1 cards. Now, granted, I was a kid, so like I think some of them were probably the unlimited version. And I forgot to mention this at the beginning of the stream, but I actually have like I have cards that were paired with better cards like the hollows and the more rares, and I have all those better cards in a binder that I still can't find till this day.
Oh no!
Yeah. Which I know without a doubt that I had some good cards because I have like I have the limited edition. I have the limited number of Gen 1 cards, the other variants, but I don't have any of the rares because I took them all out and put them in a binder, and I don't know where they're at.
Oh man, no! The worst feeling ever because like you could be like, oh, did my parents throw this to like Goodwill or something? Oh, that's the worst feeling.
But I went to their house, tore apart their like everywhere they store stuff. They even have like a storage shed like that they pay for to like store stuff away. I went through all of that. I cannot find it, but I'm pretty sure it's out there somewhere.
Oh man, some kid's probably really happy.
Yeah.
Well, I hope it's someone that appreciates it versus like a kid that just like tosses them everywhere. Like, oh god, no.
Yeah.
I hope you find it. I hope you eventually turns up.
That'd be great.
Oh, if I find it, I will definitely let everybody know. It'd be all over my Twitter and stuff.
That'd be great. Like a local YouTuber becomes millionaire overnight.
I love it.
First edition Charizard. So people talk about Pokemon tournaments and other possibilities. I think this is where like renting comes out. Like in when Misty was entering that doll competition, and she goes, the winner gets a full set of dolls, and she only has like Staryu and Starmie and like Psyduck, so she needs to borrow Pokemon. She borrows Pikachu from Ash and like Geodude from Brock and Vulpix as well. So I think that'd be something where if you don't have the Pokemon or if you don't have a higher level or whatever, I think that would be pretty cool.
Dude, so I'm not done with Brilliant Diamond yet because like I'm taking my like precious time. But if you've played the Pokemon games, a lot of them have like that battle tower style at the end of them to where like you really need IV and EV trained Pokemon in order to compete or like be worth a flip. I was like literally thinking the other day, like I'm just way too busy to IV and EV train right now. I would probably buy somebody's Pokemon that's perfect IV, 6 IVs and perfect EV trained. What would stop me from renting that Pokemon in said, metaverse, and then competing in a competition, like say like Randy runs a competition and he has like some type of prize or something, like why would I not rent that Pokemon for that?
Yeah, I would. That'd be great. That was so. would we have a collective unit, like a collective, like, hey, let's go and fusion ha all of our Pokemon stadiums together? Because I guess it's big enough. It's big enough
protected by your Loki alligator moat.
We'll do it. You got my
Yeah.
Love it.
Oh man, it would be so sweet to. Do you remember that episode of Pokemon where Ash had to borrow that girl's Rapidash or Ponyta?
Yeah, the
and, like, a
Ponyta
race?
to ride it.
Yeah, so imagine having like a race and having to rent a Pokemon to ride on or something like that too.
That'd be great.
Oh, it'd be so sick.
I'd love it if you could enter it with other Pokemon, just like for the lols, knowing it's not going to win. Like, just yeah, all right. So it's a race between like Dodrio and Ponyta and Electrode, but then you have Psyduck like waddling in, getting lapped like 30 times.
That's funny.
Yeah. I remember one time, speaking of just lending out Pokemon, when I was like 7, my friend Justin was having issues with the Elite Four, and I was like, all right, just take Pikachu. So I gave him my Pikachu from my yellow, thinking that like, oh, you could just trade it back, like, computers, and then it never followed me again.
No,
That was so sad.
Yeah,
I was like, no, Pikachu.
yeah. I don't think it changes back into your original Pikachu if you trade it away and trade it back.
I feel like I knew that would happen eventually. Like now, if you could do that, you could be able to tell by the other trainer number, and all that. But yeah, no, bad times.
Oh man.
Would you guys have any Pokemon horror stories that you've had, like in like Pokemon Twitch style horror stories, where they go into like the same place and they just dig out by accident, or releasing Pokemon?
My closest one, or really two. I mean, my Pokemon card thing is a horror story because like I know for sure that I have some cards that are worth good money that I can't find, and it's like when I say that with confidence because like I know a lot of people say that and they're like not really sure, but it's like I have these like more common cards from the same sets that had the better cards, so like I know for sure I have money locked up somewhere. I did like 100% Ruby, and like spent way too much time on that game. I went shiny hunting a lot. I had like, it was like, for whatever reason, I focused so much time and energy on Ruby and I ended up losing my cartridge. So yeah, so that's a pretty big horror story.
Oh, sad face.
Yeah.
The big sad.
As a kid, I actually played with the my first game that I ever got was Pokemon Red, and I bought it at a garage sale, and I played it over and over again, but the save battery inside it didn't work. So I would have to start over every single time, and I would play the game over and over again. The furthest I ever got was to a Lieutenant Surge's gym because it was either the battery died on the Game Boy or I turned off the game, right? So
oh man, that's how quickly so you probably got really good at speed running like the first quarter of the game.
I memorized like the first 3 gyms like nothing. I knew exactly who to train, ready to go. Remember where everyone popped up, what Pokemons I needed to catch and everything like that. So
Yeah, they I used to be into it. Like I used to like watch the actual speed runs, and the people doing it, they play the whole game in like an hour and 47 minutes. Like they're completely done. And it's really crazy stuff that you'd never think of. Like when you go to the talk to the bike shop and you don't have the voucher, the print doesn't write anymore, it just appears, and it saves them like a tenth of a second every time print goes out. So they get really insane with it.
Did you see the Brilliant Diamond speedruns?
Not yet. How are they?
I think they patched it, but at the very beginning of the game, basically you could like stack your menus. So you would stack your menus and it would allow you to do like things like hover and like walk over trees. So the speed runs and then like you didn't have to interact with trainers. So the speed runs were technically like 10 minutes, like 15 minutes, because people would literally just like do that at the very beginning of the game and like walk to the Elite Four and walk through. It got exploited like crazy.
This is in the Brilliant Diamond game, the new one?
Yeah, the new one.
Oh,
there was a lot of bugs in it, but that was obviously like one of the worst ones.
That's crazy. It's crazy because like back in the day when we were playing those old games, like there's no internet like to search up to watch videos of other people play, right? And like, did you guys ever hear about the rumor of the Mew underneath the truck next to Vermilion City and the SSN? Like, I remember going to the library and printing off like game facts things, trying to go back and look for it and everything like that. I just
Can you get back in there after you get out? Like, you can't surf?
Nope. It's like a one-time thing, and then once you get in there, you stay in there, and then if you beat the SSN and it takes off, you can't go back in. So
Oh, okay.
Dang.
yeah,
I
Also,
wonder
with the
if,
what's up?
I was trying to think if there's a way you can surf there before you go on, like if there's a way to progress through the game, like going through Mount Moon without getting Lieutenant Surge's badge, and then getting surfed somehow.
I think you have to hack the game because you need cut, right? The cut master's on the boat,
Mm.
and then
Yeah.
you need the cut to progress through like the
Oh, it's a good point. Good point.
yeah. There's
And
no
maybe-
there's no way. And
Well,
then
no,
surf
you
comes
only
after.
need cut for. Oh yeah, no, you do, and he's on the SSN.
Yeah,
Good
and
point.
you got to go through Dark Tunnel, I think,
Yeah.
next to Cerulean City.
Speaking of the no internet, I still remember like I would always, for some reason, I also kind of like collecting these, but I would buy the strategy guides, with it because like, I mean, it probably was more accessible, but I guess for my age, I just didn't feel like looking up every individual thing on like my parents' computer or whatever. So like I would rely on the strategy guides to help out like finding certain items that help me do certain things. So it's so funny looking back on that now. Like all I gotta do is just Google it. Like, so
I
quickly.
saw those at like the first one, like one of the official Pokemon handbooks of like the first three. It shows you like the percentage amount that Pidgeotto would show up, in Viridian's forest, and I remember it showing me where the items were. I was like, wait a minute, I know where there are a few items are, but they're not listed. So they never listed all of the like the hidden ethers, the hidden elixirs, and rare candies. So I always wondered if there was like a super secret book that they had.
Oh yeah, where it had everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like they just rush those and then they never actually include all of the secret spots because those like rare candies hidden in like trees and random things like that. So yeah,
I'll just get high one night. I was like, all right, let's put it here, never speak of it again.
yeah.
Maybe the game will never get finished. That'd be wonderful.
I love watching if you guys ever watch like a bunch of YouTubers play like randomizers
Yeah.
for games. Oh man,
I've been watching that a lot recently, actually.
Do you watch who do you watch? You watch I think it's like Shady
I've
Penguin?
been watching Small Ant a lot.
Small Ant, okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've been watching Shady Thomas and then I'm sorry, Scotty Thomas, and then Madry Bread and forget his other name. There's another person though. They just do Pokemon speed runs and stuff. Or not even speed runs, like can I beat this whole generation with like a C dot?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's so creative just to like do it over and over again because you can watch a bunch of Nuzlockes and they will never be the same because people like get different encounters on every route, and then like if your Pokemon dies, it actually dies. You have to deposit it.
Yeah.
There
was one guy, I don't remember his name. He's pretty entertaining too. I just started watching him, but he like reviews Nuzlocke. He's apparently like, I guess he's a Nuzlocke champion or something. But he was reviewing a randomizer Nuzlocke to where like every Pokemon encounter you have is like a random Pokemon in the game. And out of the 3 starter options that this guy had, one of them was Groudon. so he had like such an easy experience because he got a legendary for the first randomizer.
Dude, I watched a Nuzlocke where every single time a Pokemon leveled up, it would evolve into a different Pokemon.
Oh yeah,
so if you get a Groudon and then you're doing really well and it levels up to level 2 and it can turn into a Caterpie. Like,
oh man,
it's the randomest thing ever. Yeah.
They look like so much fun, man, honestly.
Yeah.
That would be such a... Do you get the same move pool, or does the move pool?
Yeah, I think you keep the moves. You keep all the moves. So
that'd be great to see a Caterpie do like a fire punch.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. Like I watch those and I'm just like, what is this, and how do you not get stressed out? You're like at the Elite Four and your legendary Pokemon evolves into like, I don't know, a Metapod with Fire Spin or something like that.
Do you guys ever play Pokemon Showdown game?
Pokemon Showdown. Oh, that's the web thing, right? The web
browser?
browser?
you can play it on your phone. You get like 3 or 6 Pokemon, whatever, and somebody else in the world gets the same thing, and then you just wind up.
I did play that for a little while. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I don't know where that came from. I remember 2016 is when I found out about it. I was probably down there before then. Have you guys played any other Pokemon mobile games, like on the trading card game, things like that?
I haven't, but I'm afraid to start Pokemon United from what I've seen, just because like I know I have an addictive personality, and I
Same.
just know I'm gonna get hooked onto it, and I can't spend any more money.
So I have Pokemon Unite on my phone, and I played through a little bit of it, and I really like it. But I'm just like Mark, like I don't want to get too addicted to it because like I'm too busy right now to be addicted to it. I do. I think they have an iOS Pokemon TGC coming out soon, if I'm not mistaken, and I am going to play that for sure.
Legit.
I'm pretty sure because I've been following like obviously like the Pokemon. I just follow the Pokemon Instagram. That's I don't know, for whatever reason that's where I follow them. And I thought I saw something about it the other day, and I'm definitely going to get that.
Nice.
Because they don't have many like good mobile options, to be honest. Like nothing that I really liked.
Yeah, that's a good point. I played like mobile ops. I played Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links for a while. I was really bad because in like one turn, like sacrifice this, summon this, and I was like, and it's just they just destroy you in one turn. Don't get a chance to go. I was like, damn.
That's like I like Yu-Gi-Oh! The show, but I hated playing the card game because you'd have like this deck. You'd be like tribute these three, attach this, equip this, and someone pulls a trap hole, and like your thing just dies.
No,
it makes no sense. Like people can win in a turn, and you don't even get a chance to play.
Yeah. Oh, but yeah, that's ridiculous.
So I found a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh cards when I was searching for my Pokemon cards, and my heart broke a little bit for that too. I remember as a kid, I went to the store like in search of like some of these rare cards or whatever, and I had like what I thought was like the arms and legs and head to Exodia, and when I found them the other day, they were like the fake ones, and not only are they fake, they're like ultra fake. They're like instead of saying like leg of Exodia, it would say like hamstring of Exodia or something like that. And it was like sparkly to where it like looks like as fake as it possibly can be. And I'm like, oh man, somebody ripped off like a 10-year-old kid.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the worst when you look back at cards. Like on the playground, people would go to like Chinatown and buy like these fake sticker cards, and then they'd be like super shiny. So everyone was like, "Whoa, what's that?" And then they'd trade like their Shadowless Charizard or something like that for a Grimer that's all holographic across the card, which is a sticker. Oh man.
Oh, I have something to show you guys. You can keep talking.
Okay. When I had I didn't know what legendary collection cards were, and I thought they were stickers at first.
Oh no!
So I take like this Arcanine, and I was like, oh, guess it's not a sticker. I was like, oh man,
jeez. I actually have an Arcanine legendary collection. It's in a box somewhere. That's the only legendary collection card I have. So it's funny that you say that one.
Yeah, I never really got into legendary collection. The Charizard, everyone loves Charizard saves every set. Any set that it's in is a good set.
Yeah, for sure. Like,
but yeah, a lot of those just aren't. They haven't mooned in a while. Or they haven't really done anything.
I forgot that I had more nostalgia. I don't know if you guys ever collected these, but I have pretty much every one. It's the Pokemon, like the little bitty hollows.
Oh, it's the squares, right? With the
the little squares where like they're like little holographic evolutions. That's Eradicate. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah. And it evolves when you like rotate it. But I found this and I was like, dude, I have every one almost. Like my entire book is filled up. I'm like, whoa, I was like a hardcore collector when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really fun. And then I still have the original little Pokédex. I don't know if you guys remember that from like this is either late 1900s or early 2000s, but I don't know. I was proud when I found the stuff of my little collecting soul in the late 90s.
I remember that weird guy on the cartoon on the commercial. Also, I was like, now you could look up every Pokemon from Abra to Zubat. I was like, wait, is that really the first and last? Like, so I started thinking, I was like, oh yeah, that was.
Yeah. Oh man. For if you were saying if Pokemon cards ended up coming on Veve, how do you think they would control the quantity of how many cards would be out there?
They should not have limited.
So you think it'd be unlimited? Like
if you have the cards, you would have to, because people need to make multiple decks, and they need, and let's say I think that would be.
Or is that where renting comes in? You rent out your cards.
Oh, that could be good too.
Yeah,
you need a card to make a deck.
Yeah,
that'd be a really good business to get in.
Yeah, I will say on IMX right now, the card game is Gods Unchained. I played it, I didn't like it, and it was buggy. But it's very popular. But from the time I spent on IMX, it's like if there's any volume on IMX right now, it's Gods Unchained. Like,
are you sure it's not OMI? because we be mooning. We be mooning.
We're at 6'5".
Yeah. We
Yo,
it's moved up. What is it like?
Randy bought while we were on the stream. That's what happened.
Yeah,
I did get a little bit more actually.
I think maybe that has something to do with phase 2. That phase 2 tweet.
Where it's like Merry Christmas, the balls of is that Home Alone?
I have no idea because there's tacos in their thing up top. So people are saying Taco Bell.
Oh, dude, that'd be
yeah,
great.
I saw that earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, if they get that Taco Bell dog from the 90s, that yo quiero Taco Bell. That I would buy that.
Every time you drive through Taco Bell and you show off your NFT, you get a free like 99 cents, something from the dollar menu.
Oh, God, that'd be amazing.
Can you imagine? That'd be a Taco
I wonder if
Bell
you could stack those. If you can get like 2 things, if you have 2 of them.
Randy be like, I have 100 burrito NFTs, 20 Crunchwrap Supremes, a couple cinnamon twists.
Yeah, and actually own the land for this Taco Bell that it's standing.
Yeah.
You guys have 20 minutes to leave the building.
Dude, you guys ever see The Blind Side? Where his I forget who played Sandra Bullock plays like the mom and
the football movie.
Yeah, and like the family is a family that is not just rich, but I guess they're in Yum, and they own like a KFC and a Taco Bell and a Burger King. That would be the dream if you're a kid. Do like White Castle every day.
I had a friend in junior high. This felt like heaven. His aunt was like the district manager of Arby's. And so I would like go to Arby's with him and we would like walk behind the counter and it felt so cool. Grab some cheese sticks, grab some curly fries and like some like whatever there. But I mean, that felt like royalty right there. I can only imagine if my family owned some of that stuff.
That's crazy. I can't even imagine that. Like just having a friend working at McDonald's to hook you up with free fries is already crazy. But having someone own an actual fast food chain,
yeah,
that'd be nuts.
Maybe we should do that when OMI moves. Try to get like a license, get a toy license, and be like, I too work with Pokemon. That'd be fun. I think that you could do it. There's like even the thing like Hamburger University. You want to like own like a McDonald's, have like a school for it.
We've seen all these YouTubers pop up with like Mr. Beast with Beast Burger.
Yeah.
To get a license for Pokemon, do some Pokemon like themed food, have it like it just on Uber Eats as opposed to like having a kitchen or something.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty slick.
I would love the Pokemon mac and cheese. My friend Ty hates me for it, but I swear the mac and cheese Pokemon just tastes better than the normal mac and cheese. Like I've had them both.
That's how I felt about the my friend busted out some Pokemon Oreos the other day to where like each Oreo is a different Pokemon. I was like, man, these are so much better than regular.
Did you get the Mew? The Mew on the cookie?
No, I don't think so anyways.
It's worth like $7.
If I did, I ate it.
It's just different with the way the shape of the Pokemon hits your tongue, right?
Yeah. That Pikachu hit just right.
I want to see like how like those not good they almost I feel like they're Scooby snacks. They're not Scooby snack Dunkaroos. I want large portion Dunkaroos. Like I don't want to eat like 3 of these tiny ones. I want to feel like it's a Ritz cracker and it's like a bowl of dipping. But they don't make those. I've looked.
So you want a giant jar of like cookies and then a giant thing of dipping, like just frosting, like Nutella style.
Pretty much. Were you guys big on the Pokemon food back in the day?
Trying to think of any Pokemon food.
I know there's like cereal, there's like waffles.
Probably cereal. Yeah, like those thing of that. But yeah,
I think I had a little waffle maker that made it into something. I don't remember. And then wasn't there like raviolis or something, or SpaghettiOs or something like that that were shaped like
there
Pokemon?
were.
I think I remember that. And then of course I had like some of the cereals, but I was never like hardcore like gotta have this. But like, I've had it over the years.
Isn't the old school like Pokemon cereal box worth like quite a bit right now?
There was definitely
a sealed one.
It probably would be. I mean, I know there's a couple people on Instagram that are like they wouldn't have like their channels wouldn't have like blown up unless there was a market for like those food types of things. Where I guess it's its own subsection of the market where people, I don't know, on their Instagrams they just say like, hey, there's a new food item I picked up today.
Yeah,
I did go to I think it was Burger King a couple months ago. It might have been McDonald's. They had card packs. I don't know if you guys went during that time, but I got a couple of kids meals just for the packs.
My friend Gabe's mom works at one of those McDonald's, and the first time the guy came in, like the drive, it was like the first day, and I guess they weren't like expecting it. He comes through the drive-through and he orders like 60 meals, that come with the packs, and they're like, that's like okay, but like you got to give us some time, and you can't do that anymore. You got to call ahead, and then he comes in the front door, and they recognize his voice, and he tries to buy another 30 more. Like, get the fuck out of here.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Slide.
Like Pokemon just has gotten like this whole year because of the pandemic, people have just been going crazy with it, like especially scalpers and things like that too. Like I've been to Walmarts where people are sitting in lawn chairs on the shelves waiting for the people restocking the shelves to come by, and like I've heard some crazy stories of like, oh, I know what car the restocker has, like and then as soon as it comes onto the shelf, they just like take a forearm and swoop it into their cart. Like, it's ridiculous.
Some of this gets really creepy.
Yeah,
like,
it does.
Yeah, like, I mean, if I were to, which I guess you could find, like, let's say the manifest and you get the tracking number somehow. Let's say somebody has it on like Reddit and be like, hey, I work for this, purchase service. However it happens, looking that up and then like following it to like its location is like, okay, it's here now. I don't know. I feel super sus.
Yeah.
I have a friend. Oh, no, go ahead.
I have a friend that was a manager of Walmart, and I don't even know if it was important because, like I said, I'm not big on like collecting the cards currently. But he kept on telling me that there's like these like limited run like boxes that everybody was buying up, and I had the chance to get them at retail, but at the time I just didn't buy it. But it was nice because he was the manager at Walmart, so it was pretty convenient if I did want it.
Is this recent?
Yeah, it was like probably a month or two ago. Do you know what it was?
I think it's the box with the gold Pikachu and the gold Charizard, the metal cards, the celebration cards.
Yeah, the celebration cards. I could have bought a few of those boxes.
Those really good.
So they were selling for like $149 retail, and they resell in the market for like $500, $600. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, missed opportunity.
I legit just want one, but I rather have two Wonder Womans.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a I forget what I was going to say again. I apologize about that. So what other things do you think they could incorporate? Like, they just had the Mario Pikachu series, and they just had, like celebrations. Do you think they could do that with instead of crossing over with another video game franchise, go with like a Yankee jersey or something else?
Yeah, sports teams. Pokemon wise, like having mini games where like a Charizard's rocking like a Yankees jersey or something like that. The possibilities are endless. Like with all the IP that we have under ours, we have like a Marvel vs. Capcom, but Pokemon style or something like that. It would be crazy.
I mean, we're in Super Smash Brothers, so I guess that is kind of something.
Yeah.
That would be pretty nuts if we were able to do that type of thing.
Yeah,
with everyone. I don't know how that would work.
I think it would get pretty hectic. Like,
there definitely have to be what you said earlier, like designated plots of land designed for like X minigame, to go play. But dude, that'd be so sick, especially as like having like smaller communities, to where like this community goes against this community in this like tournament and stuff. Like the possibilities are endless. I don't know. I don't mean to get off topic too much, but like I flirted with the idea, and I think I mentioned to you too, Randy. Like, if you're familiar with Pokemon, like the games, like the rarity of the shinies, and like just imagining like out of the, let's say 10,000 mints, that if they have like 5 shinies, the rarity of that, would like blow my mind. That would be something that'd be really desired by me. Like I would pay premium for that.
Yeah.
But how easy that would be to incorporate. I say easy. I'm not a developer, but you would think that, they can make like 5 of them different somehow.
That would be really great. I wonder what, I was going over, I think it was last night, which ones they would do first. Like, would they have just the starters? But what about their evolutions? Would that come into burning? They have super high mints of these, and or would they start with like, oh, here's Pokemon Legends, and you have the rare, common, and uncommon is like the legendary birds, and then Mewtwo's the ultra rare, and then Mew's a secret rare. I don't know which one I would like better.
When you said burn, it's funny because like my mind goes to like, what if it just said release instead of burn? Because it brings it back to the games. It's a little kinder. I don't
feel
know.
like your first appearance has to be like a Pikachu. Like
you say that, but like look at like Disney. Like I feel like The Simpsons. I guess that's
That's true.
controversial, but like was kind of random.
that's true.
Marvel was Spider-Man, so that makes sense. I don't know, just trying to find like the theme of Veve, like Elsa being the first Disney princess, which I know Elsa's like popularity, but she's definitely not like an OG Disney princess. So
yeah, I didn't have
know, man.
yet either.
I don't think they'll come out the gate swinging at like a Pikachu, but I could be wrong.
They're smart to do the Elsa first though, because in 10 years from now, Elsa will be the OG for this generation of first
good
kid,
point
right?
too. Yeah. She's already 8 years old. Came out in 2013, I think. So it's already been out for a while. I hate those people that say like, oh, you're as close to 2050 as you are from 1990, and I just think about the like the 90s Renaissance era, like Little Mermaid and Pocahontas and all that. Where I was going with it. I would also love to see, like, if we did have that type of thing, I would like to see Ariel with some water Pokemon, and I would like to see Elsa with some ice Pokemon.
Hanging out with like Aquaman.
Yeah, that'd be really fun.
That'd be pretty dope.
That'd be great if we could do that.
So you think about like a game style and like how all the different players that you fight with, have those different attributes. Like that would make sense to me, walking by an Elsa with her little exclamation point above her head, like forcing you to battle. but like how each one has like their own like characteristics. Like it'd be really cool, like us existing as our NFTs, and like if we choose to match up our Pokemon with those said NFTs.
I'm really curious to see what the attacks would look like. Like if I choose like double slap and I'm a Piplup, it's just the penguin start slapping.
Or what would a Diglett look like doing a double slap?
Oh, Diglett no double slap?
I think so.
I think it does. I think it's a Doug Trio actually.
Man.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd be really curious the animation. I know for Slash it shows like the hand.
Yeah.
Maybe you could do it with his tooth.
So the market is closed at 6 p.m. today, hey?
Wait, for what?
That was so Canadian of you. 6 p.m. today, eh? Yeah, Reese said Phase 2 happens in a few hours' time. Market and collectible transfers will be disabled during this process.
Jeez.
Oh, okay, let's go. By the way, I'm sorry if you hear my daughter in the background.
Oh, no, it's all good. I always said hi.
Yeah.
Did you ever name your pets after Pokemon?
I wanted to name my dog after the did you guys ever watch Beyblades?
No.
Very briefly, and I had a few.
It was literally the first couple episodes where the main character Tyson has his like bit chip or whatever is a Dragoon. So I wanted to name my dog Dragoon. But my mom was like, no, we're not naming it. Grandma can't pronounce Dragoon.
I didn't name. Oh, what's up, Randy?
Oh, no, I wanted Charizard or Blastoise, so they said no. I was like, all right, I'll call him Chance because then I could call him Chansey.
I like that. I like that.
That's smart.
I didn't name any animals after Pokemon, but I did name it was my Steam gamer tag for like the last like decade. Well, yeah, probably last decade was Bidoof.
Nice.
Yeah.
Bidoof's got a whole fandom. That'd be really crazy if like Bidoof was the Doge of the Pokemon world.
It pretty much is.
Yeah, I guess it is. And like they push Bidoof over Pikachu, or they push Bidoof over like Ash's Greninja, and like
I've been joking about that for a while because like I like Bidoof. Like I joke that he's my favorite Pokemon. It might be actually, but just because like the ultimate HM slave, always came in clutch with the surf, the rock smash, the strength, everything you needed. But I've joked around in spaces for a while, like I'm sweeping the Bidoof floors. I'm gonna mark
people on like Nuzlocke have made like a buff Bidoof. This is what it looks like here.
Yes.
I
love it. I love it.
Look, I've never actually played with Bidoof, but I did play with Sentret and Furret in Gen 2, and I think they're pretty much the same. And if they are the same, they're pretty good. They're pretty quick, so they usually move quicker. No return, no like strength. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know if they can do like Blizzard or anything.
Nothing too crazy. Like I said, I used to use mine as an HM slave. That was before you didn't need an HM slave. Like now in the games, you could just not have that Pokemon know those moves.
The kids of this generation will never know what an HM slave is.
Yeah, they'll never know the struggle of having to have a Pokemon that knows fly, and all that. But yeah, I do think I gave mine, or at least stopped it from evolving to where like I just had like a level 70 Bidoof. So
the worst was when you were a kid and you accidentally teach your Charizard cut. Because
you
you can't get rid of it.
You can't get rid of it. Yeah, the HM move stuck. Yeah, I completely forgot about that.
Forever.
Yeah. The only way did the move deleter come out in Gen 2?
Gen 2. It wasn't available in Gen 1, so you were stuck with cut forever.
So you're
That's funny.
Yeah, that was the worst.
You just slapped me with some nostalgia.
When I would get nervous when I had like a new move come up, because I thought like, oh, as new moves, as you get better and you get a higher level, the new moves should get better, but sometimes they don't. Sometimes they suck, and it's like I can't make any damage with this move. I don't know what this does. So yeah, I get salty with that.
Yeah, like following the guidebook for Charizard, I think like level 55, he gets Fire Spin, and like Fire Spin is not that good. It just traps your opponent in, and it does damage
like the trapping is like the worst thing.
Yeah, so I got rid of Flamethrower for that, and I'm like, okay, regret. Regret.
Yeah, I did that, and I got rid of like I had a Flaffy, and it turned into it wasn't even me, but it was either a Flaffy or an Ampharos, and I put it in the daycare to level it up, and it took away like Thundershock, and it learned it Cotton Spore. I was like, oh, I didn't know the daycare could do that. This is bullshit.
That's funny.
Did you guys do a lot of breeding? Like trying to breed the perfect Pokemon?
Yes.
There's so many Dittos. So many Dittos.
Yeah. Well, specifically the what were they called? I always use the Japanese Dittos, but they called them it started with an M. The Masuda method of breeding.
Oh yeah.
For the higher IVs, and the of course I would try to breed shinies for a while as well. Yeah, I was really into it for a while, and dude, I mean, I even remember like on the original games, like it would take forever to get like a 5 or 6 IV Pokemon, and then to EV train, you had to find like 252 of a Pokemon that yields, attack, HP, whatever you're going afterwards. Then you had to find another 252 of another Pokemon that yields those EVs, and then like 4 of another. So it took me like an entire day to get like, if not more, to get like one actually like trained and ready Pokemon for competitive playing.
That's where it would go. That's where you would need to go and say, okay, I'll pay you for it, because that's a day's work.
Yeah, now I would let somebody else do the dirty work.
You would also have to trust that person like did it, and like the IVs aren't like poop. He just raised to level 100. So yeah, I did it.
Yeah.
That'd be such a scam. Like that's such a Team Rocket move. So Aldous Havley as they could drop full decks instead of individual cards. Ramp up inventory to play with. Yeah, I think that also, because again, that'd be great if you get 3 energies with each one. You get a trainer or a rare.
You could also choose not to open.
Yeah, sealed packs.
Yeah,
you could rent from Veve. So Veve hangs onto these ones. They rent it out, and then it burns OMI because you pay an OMI. That would be sweet.
That would be really good. Honestly, I would take the hit too. Like if they say like, would you like to burn some of this OMI, like 1%? Like, yeah, sure. I don't know, just to do it. Like it's probably not smart for me financially. I'd like to do that, but I don't know. I'm just trying to get pumped about it.
So Randy, are you hoping for OMI to NFT to come before Pokemon?
Yes, I hope that comes before Pokemon, because this way I can buy. And when that comes, I want to give the token a little while to run before I start spending.
So if we have our first appearance Pokemon and you're competing against Morgan Lewis, how much are you willing, or Lewis Morgan? How much of your OMI are you willing to go in with for Pokemon?
Well, so I would say 1 to 2%. but also because Lewis Morgan said he's just going to sweep the floor with Charizards. And I was like, okay, well, I'll focus on everything else and just buy up as much as I can. And then when that settles down, I recognize I'm going to have to pay a very high price point for that Charizard if he's just gone on and just because he's like his 1% is my like 100%. So I'm never going to match him as far as
when you said 1% of your OMI, I was thinking, okay, so 100% of my OMI. Also, you gotta think of Andre too. I mean, he has 9 shadowless Charizards. So
yeah,
crazy.
like,
yeah,
I'm sure he'll be targeting those as well.
it's nuts because like his Charizards are all graded from 1 to 9, and it's like extremely difficult to actually get a card graded as a 9.
Yeah,
or a one. Sorry, one. A 1.
Do you know if there's any further information? I know Randy, you posted some videos on it about like Logan Paul's announcement. Has there been anything about that?
So no announcement, but I just finished watching his podcast with the Island Boys, and
Oh my God.
in the middle of that podcast, he actually talked about his project, and he said like it's done, but they didn't really go into depth on what it is.
Okay.
So he says he finished as of November 30th, and then proceeded to say like, I shouldn't be drinking anymore. But that's about it. Yeah.
Do you guys want him in? I mean, I think any exposure is good exposure, but a lot of people are saying these might be bad for the hobby. What do you guys think?
He's an interesting character because like I think at the beginning I was like not a fan of Logan Paul like everyone else was, right? But just watching his development of his character and everything like that, and seeing what he's done with Pokemon, how excited he's got everyone into it again, I think like it could be good. But then you also have him promoting his other projects, right? Like what was it? Dink Doink was his other one that he promoted for a while.
Yeah, the trash coin.
Yeah, so it was like he's promoting all of these pump and dump coins, and like if you look at the coin now, it's completely dead in the water. So I don't know. I think if they do it right, it could work out.
So I have a return question to that. So I have a friend that's really big into collecting Pokemon cards, and I mentioned to him the other day, I was like, well, Logan Paul was good for the Pokemon cards, right? Like he, increased the value, and he kind of argued saying that like if anything, it didn't hurt the value, but like it basically pumped the value of the cards that Logan had. So for example, like the Shadowless Charizard versus the Charizard that Logan promotes, whereas like the Shadowless Charizard's like objectively worth more, but because Logan promoted the other one, I guess that one's worth more. Again, I'm not on the collecting scene right now with cards. So do you guys think he was a good thing for the card scene, or do you think it would have grown organically and better like without him entering it?
I think it would have grown anyway, just not as quickly.
Yeah.
Would it be better if it was slower? I don't know. Might teach people to hodl a little while longer because there are some of my cards that 5 to like 10x like pretty quickly. So I'm not going to say that he wasn't. I made a lot of money because of that.
Yeah.
However big, but I do think the market was bigger than him. But either way, yeah.
That's a good way to. I like that sentence. Like the market was bigger than him. That's how I feel about Veve and major influencers as well. Like they're great, but Vivi's bigger.
Yeah. It's interesting with the whole Pokemon thing, right? Because like even Logan himself said that like he has some influence. He's at 22 million subscribers. People follow him. What he says, he I think bought his first edition booster box at $150,000, and then the year after he decided to do another box opening, and he paid $450K for the boxes. So he kind of shot himself in the foot with promoting it so much. I think like Randy said, these cards were inevitably going to go up at some point in time, and Logan just hit that accelerator button and helped it to shoot up there quicker, right? So
yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Sorry, my little girl in the background.
No, it's
all good. It's like I want to be part of the Pokemon conversation.
How old's your daughter?
She's 15 months. So still young. And then I have another one coming at the beginning of March. So fun stuff.
Congrats, man.
Thank you.
Dude, good for you.
Thank you.
Are any of the middle names of them Pokemon?
No.
Not like, I'm going to call you Misty.
Her middle name's my mom's name. So I just liked it. I love my mom. So I wanted to keep it in the family. That
makes a lot of sense. What'd your mom say when you told her? She got like all emotional. Like, oh, thank you.
She actually had sorry, my camera just died, I guess. She actually kind of had a lackluster reaction, but it's okay. I know it meant a lot to her.
Oh, so it's like when Ash starts running to his mom, and then she goes down to hug him, but she's really going down to hug Pikachu. Like,
Yeah.
hello, Pikachu.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever kept up with the anime?
I think I watched a little bit of Sun and Moon when it was on Netflix, just to like leave in the background.
Yeah.
I have not followed if they're. I don't know if they're. Are they doing Sword and Shield right now?
Probably. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I haven't seen any of that.
yeah.
So
I keep up with the movies every now and then, but did you ever take a break from that? Did you ever be like, I'm gonna stop, or are you always just kind of,
I just throw it up whenever it's on like Netflix or something like that as like background. Yeah,
yeah,
it's when I'm doing something like cooking or something like that. It's just like it gives you that this nostalgia feeling, right? Like, man, like will Jesse and James ever get Pikachu? Like, it's never gonna happen.
yeah,
I
or
watched
like,
it. I watched it as when I was a kid, and then kind of like Mark said, like every once in a while, I'll put it in the background if I'm doing something. Specifically, if I'm like playing like Brilliant Diamond or something. I actually, funny enough, before I got on this stream, I was like, I want to listen to some Pokemon before, just to get hyped up. And I put the Me6 Discord bot in the Discord that I was in, and I wanted to play like a Pokemon song, and it ended up playing an entire episode in Spanish. So I just rolled with it.
okay.
That's awesome.
The music, that first CD they had was a banger. They had my friend almost walked out to the song like it's like Misty's Goodbye or something like that. I was like, oh wow, but it was like too sad. I was like, man, this is not, because it's like about it's about her leaving, but it's almost like could be like it's about their like friendship dying. It's like, oh man, went too deep.
Dude, Jeremy Padawar put on a post the other day, like, what's the movie that made you cry in the 90s, or like the saddest movie in the 90s?
Easy.
And I put the 90, it was actually, I think 98, it might have been 99, the Pokemon movie where like
The
Pikachu's
first movie,
like
right?
cry, yeah, the first movie, first
Yeah.
Pokemon movie where Pikachu's crying over Ash when he's like turned to stone or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like that for whatever reason like pierced my heart when I was a kid. Like, it was so sad.
You had to cry. Like that was a must cry situation when you were a kid.
Yeah.
I felt I told people I did, like this is how, like, but I didn't, like I wanted to, and I was trying, and I was like, wait, why don't I like, oh, I'm not gonna be considered a real Pokemon. I felt like a North Korean citizen that's just not crying hard enough for the passive leader in the shooter. Like, I need to. It was so weird.
Now that you look back on it, though, like Ash shouldn't have turned to stone. He should have just been blown into bits. Like,
yeah, like pulver. I don't know what they were what moves could have possibly, like side beam and like kinesis or something.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like, how do they? Yeah.
No idea.
I need to rewatch that. We can all rewatch it over YouTube and give our like have a hangout reaction.
Have a reaction.
Yeah, yeah,
Do you guys have Oculus headsets?
yeah. I have a
Yeah.
Quest.
Yeah, like I want to get the Quest too, because I watched a bunch of people in Twitter space. They always talk about it. They're always like, hey, we're gonna go hang out today and do all this stuff. And I did a little bit of research on it. I'm like, man, this is crazy. I watched a woman on like a news reporter. She spent 24 hours in VR, and she like started her day off with like a workout, and then she went to like a work meeting inside VR. She did like Zoom calls inside her headset, and then she she went to hang out with some random people, and they ended up going to like a comedy club together. And then before she went to bed, she like did a meditation app, and then she just fell asleep with the headset on.
How long was the battery? How long was the?
I think she had to charge it on occasion, but essentially she tried her best to spend as close to 24 hours in the headset as possible.
Yeah, you can plug it in and play at the same time.
Oh, okay. So then she probably did that too.
At least I'm pretty sure you can.
Yeah.
I saw somebody in our community. There's actually a group in our community that my daughter's not having it. That do VR chat quite often. I know like Donkey Gooch, he did YouTube videos for a while. Orange Bag Lady for sure. I don't remember the girl's name, but there's another girl in there that actually recorded it and made a YouTube video out of it. And it was really funny. Like I recommend go watch it, but it looks really cool. Them just like hanging out in the VR chats. Like one of the videos, they're all Jake the dog. And it was really funny. Like one of them was like laid out, and the other one was like giving the other one CPR. It's like these are all like VV community people too. It's cracking me up.
Oh, dude, that's awesome! I can't wait for that. If we do review Pokemon, there's something that one episode did freak me out when I was younger. It's when he's fighting Sabrina, and she like turns them all into dolls, and like they can't move, like they're just stuck, and they're just like, oh, I don't know. I just made me feel like claustrophobic. Like,
It was, yeah. I remember that episode. It was pretty trippy because like they found out that the dad was in the dollhouse too, or something like
yeah,
that.
like
Yeah,
that she turned him also.
yeah.
Yeah, it's nuts. But did you have any episodes where you just thought that, hey, why can't I do this in the game? Like I remember when Ash is fighting Bugsy with the Cyndaquil. When Scyther's using Swords Dance to like repel the flamethrower.
Yeah.
Like like Cyndaquil go up in the air and then a flamethrower down. I was like, I wish you could do that in the games. Is that something you think we might be able to do in the Veveverse at some point?
That'd be sick. I think the classic example is when it was raining and Pikachu used Thundershock on Onyx.
Yeah, the sprinklers hit the sprinklers.
There's like sprinklers and stuff. That'd be sick.
was
Using your
great.
wits to win the battle opposed to like just objectively knowing what's super effective against what.
Yeah.
I think there's like one episode too where like Pikachu used like Thunderbolt or something like that, and it coated Ash's Swellow inside like a thunder armor thing, and then he used quick attack, so it was kind of like a combined attack where he like charged him like a glowing gold.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, just stuff like that. I honestly think that would be so sweet if you could just do whatever when you battle inside the Veveverse. I think that'd be nuts.
Yeah, I like that type of stuff.
Dude, it'd just be honestly like at the base level of it, it would just be really sick to have like Pokemon follow you in the Veveverse. You know, like having that, one of 1,000 Charizards, like behind you, just walking around, like as a flex.
You just want one of them walking around. I want like all. I want to like break the machine. I want to have like 1,000 Pikachus.
Hey guys, Randy's on. He's walking over here with 1,000 Pikachus behind him.
Yeah, unfortunately, you can't, man. You can only have 6, and the rest get sent to Professor Oak.
I would be so salty if I could only carry around 6. Like, what's the point of a metaverse? Not gonna break the rules.
Yeah. Did you guys see that? I think it was like a yacht or something like that. Boat sold in the metaverse recently.
No, I didn't see that.
Sold for $650,000. A virtual yacht.
Was it the SSN?
I don't know. Virtual.
I wonder what would cause people to. I mean, I know why it's making a bunch of money, but what would cause people to buy that land? Like, what would make a lot of this land really valuable? I think that it might be if it gives some of the characters a buff, like +2 speed or +3 defense, for all of your fights, or if it's really close to a bunch of world. Would you want to build your own world, like Pallet Town, like, hey, this is mine, or would you rather the game build that itself?
It'd be interesting. Like, I do kind of see the metaverse being similar to like websites, like where people are able to sponsor websites and have ads on it as well. But in terms of like benefiting you when it comes to like Pokemon battles and stuff like that, I could totally see that being a thing as well. I would probably want like something to do with like a near a volcano or something like that to have like my Charizard power up. It's like Fire Blast or something like that.
That'd be pretty sweet. Like the Charizard Valley.
Yeah. So this is the yacht here that sold for 600. Let me turn down the brightness a bit here.
Dang, that's nuts, dude.
So that yacht there sold for $650,000. That could be the SSN.
Yeah.
That could have been a lot of Wonder Womans on the VV, huh, Mark?
Yeah, well, and then also on top of that, you're paying gas fees, man.
Oh yeah, that's so much.
To somebody who bought a $650,000 yacht, I don't think they're
probably nothing.
About that 0.02 gas fee.
Yeah, I'm just thinking like, what's the mindset behind that? Like, what are you anticipating you're able to do with this yacht that would get you to throw down 650 G's, right?
It was like the nicest one. I don't know. That's stupid. That is a stupid read, but yeah, it might be. I feel like some people are just like, the word is so hot. Oh, it's an NFT, and maybe some people don't know. Like, I mean, again, like there's stupid people with money, stupid people without money, and maybe somebody just doesn't know that they're just buying something that might not be good.
Right. Yeah, because I understand it, CryptoPunk, right? Like you have the CryptoPunk being the first ever NFT, and they're all unique, and all these celebrities are owning it. But when it comes to like a yacht like that, I'd much rather have a secret rare Spider-Man for 650 grand, right? Like than something that isn't licensed and made by made random. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can never imagine myself being at the point to where like money is so irrelevant to me that I'm gonna buy stuff that just can't. I mean, maybe that will yield them some type of income in the future, but like there's a million other things that are either have better investments or like will at least bring you more joy in the future than a yacht NFT. I don't know, like I just can't imagine.
Yeah, I did always tell myself like, hey, when more money starts coming in, like try to put it in perspective. Like if I'm about to spend $1,000 on something, that used to be like most of my rent each month. That could be like a bunch of date nights. It's like I really need that. So I hope, but I don't know. Sometimes if you got it, just, I don't know what it would be.
I mean,
probably
if
Pokemon.
if our error with our Coinbase wallets and stuff were true today, then so 650 grand for a yacht would be.
Oh God, yeah, that'd be a toy at that point. I don't know. I don't know what I would do. It would probably be if there was only like, let's say they have gold stars. I'd say like they would have secret rares like that, like actual secret rares instead of like being, like they had in the Dark Raichu and the Shining Charizard.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah. I'd be so sick.
Yeah, I've thought about the same thing that you said, Chris, when it comes to like shiny Pokemon, where like one, like out of 10,000 mints, like just one is like shiny or two is shiny, and like it changes the tag from common to like secret rare as well. So then it actually is a secret rare. I think I brought that out a long time ago, and I was like, man, if they could do that, which I think they can, I think that'd be so amazing.
Pokemon is one of the best incentives for burning too. I know Randy like mentioned that earlier, but like if you are able to like say the only way you can get Charizard is you have to burn a Charmander and a Charmeleon in order to get a Charizard, then maybe set a cap. There can only be 1,000 Charizards after the burns. After that, you're just burning just to burn. Like to me, that's the biggest incentive to burn to date, because still like overall, like there's just not that much incentive to burn. You get the MCP points and then you can have strategy involved with other people, but ultimately at the end of the day, it's still like, okay, how many people are going to be burning, but if there's stuff like that, I mean, regular people like myself would be burning, I would want that Charizard. So I would immediately burn that Charmander and Charmeleon. So
I could see another argument for burning when it comes to, let's say, for example, there's 150 Donnies and we have a ton of people, like let's say 10 people in the community have all 150 Donnies. If they end up burning a bunch of those, they can gain more passive income every single month for renting out the Donnie because there's only 10 of them left. Mm-hmm. Like, and then let's say there's like a super exclusive club for you to get into or something like that in the Veveverse. Then that Donnie becomes
a premium.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. I mean, I definitely agree. There are incentives out there, but I guess just again, for like the average person that like doesn't own a Donnie and that will probably never be in one of those like very exclusive groups. I think it's more tangible.
That will be. I feel like we're really, really underestimating like how many people there are out there. Like some people might not even know of a Donnie. Like some first appearances might be so like foreign to them. Like because they're gonna come in next year and nothing that's on that season 2 Powerpuff Girls will be on here. Like everything will be sold.
That's true.
So some people they might just be like, oh, hey, that's something from season 1, or that just never comes around.
Dude, I know some comics are like way lower than this, but I've been watching just because I bought one, the Fantastic Four #5, for like the last few weeks.
First appearance.
And do you have one, Randy?
Yeah, I just got one last night.
Oh, let's go. Yeah. That's funny because me and somebody else were discussing that earlier today if people were buying them or they're being delisted. Yeah, but I've been watching it for 2 weeks. And when I bought one like 2 weeks ago, and it had 72 in circulation. As of yesterday, before the month cutoff where they delisted everything automatically, there was 49 in circulation. So after the cut, now there's 43 in circulation, meaning that there was only like 7.
It's at 40 now.
It's at 40 exactly.
Yeah.
So like the supply is like going down so fast, regardless of whether they automatically remove them or people delist it or whatever. So it just makes me think like, dude, not just that example, but like some of the stuff is going to become impossible for people to obtain, like quicker than we expect it to be.
Yeah, we've seen it in Pokemon cards where they go and like a Smeargle or something that just never comes out.
Yeah.
Suddenly it happens, and then you have 3 or 4 people with a couple $100,000 that they could spare. They don't care because they might not know when the next time this card comes available. It could be the same thing with the Donnie. Like, oh, here's a Bubbles first appearance, only 600 forever. This one, it hasn't been available in months because there's more than 600 people that like Bubbles. So.
Yeah, it's very true. Like the way that I equate that to like Pokemon cards too. I don't know if you've seen like So for Burning. I watched some people open cards, and there's like this series made famous by one of these YouTubers where it's like they either cut the card, it's like a blind opening where they put the cards upside down and cut 6 and keep 6, and then just for entertainment value. So I could totally see YouTubers coming out and being like, okay, I'm gonna blindly burn 5 of my NFTs. Like it's gonna be nutty, like just with the amount of gamification that's gonna come into it, and just like reviews.
Randy's gonna be like, "This is the 1995 Pikachu. You'll never have it." Just burns it on stream.
Oh, Matt, dude, I wonder if there would be. So you said YouTubers coming in. I wonder if they would like combine, like, oh, here's like the gaming YouTubers, for like speed runs. Here's like the competitive gaming YouTubers. Here's people that just do it for fun. I wonder how quickly we would grow if we get everybody's audiences, and then suddenly we have like another 10 million people in here.
Yeah.
I was thinking that watching, like, again, I've been watching a lot of like speed runs and a lot of like just random videos, and like Small Ant, he has 2 million subscribers, but like when on gaming subscribers, those are like fans, like there's a difference between like lack of me not thinking right now, but like Underjik, he obviously has like a loyal following, but these gaming subscribers are like loyal, so like bringing people like that on, like you're bringing people that are like very serious about this, about like gamification and stuff. That'd be nuts.
Yeah, I think there would be some gambling too, like just being able to go and gamble on whatever you have, like these types of sports, these types of fights between them. You could have a 2-on-3, different battles.
Yeah, man, that's just sick. Like we're legit. Every time I hear stuff like this, it's just like we are so early inside this project. It's ridiculous.
And let's be real. Let's be real too. Like as a content creator, at least me, anyways. I don't want to like dilute my channel with like random gaming. Like I don't want to dilute the channel with people who want to watch crypto stuff and NFT stuff with me playing Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. Yeah. But when you take Pokemon and you put it on Veve, and like we're actually experiencing the Veverse and the like possibilities with this new VR technology, it's like that totally fits both ends. It fits gaming and it fits crypto and NFTs. So like I feel like we're able to like express that more and have fun more and do like streams like that with each other and ourselves. Like that provides like a whole new area of content. Not saying like you need to restrict your channel. Like everybody has, like Foster plays Rocket League and he does fine, but like I just think the possibilities of that integrated with like YouTube is really cool and exciting for me.
Yeah.
Do y'all ever think about that, or just not really?
No, like that's legit. My main thing when I was thinking about YouTube videos is like in the future being able to play a Veve versus game, and like let's say playing with you guys and doing a like let's say there is a Pokemon Legends type game that comes out on Veve, and then we create a Nuzlocke and we speed run through it, and first one to get to the Elite Four and beat the Elite Four wins or something like that.
Oh, that'd be a lot of fun.
So sick.
I wonder how long they'd make it. I feel like because now it'd be very hard to complete a game in just a few hours.
Yeah, it'd have to be like a couple hours, like a 24-hour stream or something like that.
Yeah,
or like break it up into episodes.
Ooh. I think it'd be pretty cool to be able to stream, like you said, the episodes or the movies in there, like we all like some people do on YouTube. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, we're gonna all watch this together. Just make sure you buy it on YouTube, and they do like a watch along.
Yeah, it would be pretty sweet.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. It sounds like my food is here. What are the best ideas you have for not the complex gamification, but like, would you want an RPG in there as well, like a separate one, or follow the old games?
I have seen those videos that I think it was Cavell made it and Daniel Lee made it as well. It was with the Marvel Mighties and kind of like a League of Legends style. Like, what was that other Pixion game where there was like the whole run, jump, or whatever?
I forget what it was, but yeah, I do remember something like that.
But I really do think the Marvel Mighties have a big role to play when it comes to like some kind of game that's happening, kind of like a League of Legends capture the flag kind of style game. Like,
Yeah.
I think that just makes the most sense, and it's super quick. You play a quick round, 5-10 minutes, and then you switch it up, right? So
Yeah. But,
Sorry, my daughter's not having it, so
so
probably
it's all
got.
good. It's all good. Did you get her any Pokemon merch? Like, here's your Pokemon beanie. Here's your Pokemon, onesie.
I haven't. I probably will. I feel like not like really intentionally, but I'm kind of waiting to fill her out, like see her personality,
Yeah.
like see if she's gonna be a gamer, or see if she's gonna be an athlete, or see if she's gonna be an actor, whatever she likes, and kind of flow with that. Like I talked like a while back about like buying an Elsa and saving it for her, and then I'm like, well, what if she doesn't like Disney princesses? Like maybe she's gonna be like, what the heck is this? So
That's a good point.
so funny. With my wife's cousin has a daughter, and like 2 years ago, she loved Frozen. She wanted to be Elsa, and we got her an Elsa outfit. And then the year after that, she wanted to be Iron Spider. So
Oh, that's cool.
we put her in this like Iron Spider, like the spider suit, and then she had like the claws coming out the back. It's pretty sweet.
Dude, that'd be fun. Pokemon cosplay or any type of cosplay like this, like if you can, even if you're not the Pokemon as your avatar, you're a human, but you just want Pikachu ears, or you want like Jigglypuff arms to make your body look funny. That'd be pretty cool, bro. You Jessica Negri, and then you put on the Pikachu tail.
Yeah, I could totally see that.
I feel like those would be good accessories with the MCP program as well.
I think so. Can you elaborate?
What I just said?
Yeah.
Yeah, like the MCP program, you know how like you're going to be able to like accumulate points in order to buy accessories. Like having those accessories as like Pokemon ears, or like
that's true.
a Pokeball,
it'd be like a vicious cycle,
Pokeball that you can hold, or whatever, Ash's hat or something like that. Like that'd be pretty cool. Instead of that stuff being its own NFT, like having that as like the MCP point stuff. More the unlimited. They said there's gonna be like much higher editions of that type of stuff too. So I don't know.
That would be tough with like a Pikachu tail though, because technically that would require the IP, right? Like in order for us to pay the fees and stuff like that with like to Pokemon.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I guess that's a good point.
Yeah. I'm just excited to deck out like a showroom and have like people come over, hang out, and we can like take turns going to different houses and stuff like that. I think that would be really awesome.
I do think it'd be cool too, like with some of these really good vault builders. I actually just had some of them on my channel the other day, having them make like a really good Pokemon. And like, I mean, I don't know about you, Randy, but like, I'm sure there's people out there that would pay them to design this Pokemon Stadium. Like say you want a Pokemon Stadium, instead of you taking the time to build it and everything, paying like Tails or True Tech Junkie or Falcon or somebody who's really good at that stuff, just to like make a really good one for you. That would provide them income, and then that would provide yourself with this like really awesome stadium that like everybody would want to like take part in.
I would need like 12 stadiums for every type.
Yeah.
Electric stadium, steel stadium. That would be very fun.
They're never going to be able to work. Randy's just going to make all kinds of stadiums. Do you guys remember in Ruby? You said you played Ruby, right, Chris? Yeah. So in Ruby, you can make like your little clubhouse in the tree. Yeah, that's what I think about when I think about making like your own Veveverse house and like having like a giant Snorlax toy and stuff like that, using your points to do it.
Actually, completely forgot about that, but yeah, I remember that now.
Or are they called like grottles or?
I don't remember. I actually got it confused with the underground, because when Brilliant Diamond came out, I was thinking about having that little tree house, and I was like, where is it? And then I realized that the underground is like different than that.
Yeah.
I've been getting into digging for the fossils as well in Brilliant Diamond. Just fun.
It's a good mindless thing. Like you had a long day for you.
Yeah.
You streamed 7 hours. You're like, oh, I don't want to think about anything.
You
just go underground and chip away. You don't got to think.
Yeah. I'm gonna bounce. I do have a ton to go, but final thoughts on integration. What you want? Feelings?
Yeah, I'm just wondering. Like, I'm really hoping we get Pokemon sooner than later, because I do want that chance to be able to snag some stuff before we get the mainstream in here. Yeah. So like, I'm hoping like January, February we get something. That's my hope.
Okay.
Yeah. to second that point, I agree. Like, I kind of hope we get it sooner than later, so that it's still obtainable. I said a lot of it periodically throughout the stream, but like, I think the vital points for me is like, I do think it'd be really cool to incorporate shinies in there, because like that just makes it 100 times more exciting. Like 100%. Now you're waiting on the mint number, you're waiting on the rarity, and you have an extra element of excitement of like that, like, you know, that shiny. I mean, that'd put it on like, not that like I don't think there's any volume, but that would put it on like 007 ticket value. You know, like having those shinies, like that would change your life basically if you got like a shiny Charizard or something.
Yeah.
I think like
100 grand for that.
Oh
Easy.
yeah, dude.
Easy.
Yeah, for sure. So I don't know, like I'm really excited, and I feel like growing up as a kid, this is something that I always like almost dreamed of, but like could never become a reality. You know, like even seeing like the last, I think it was like the Pokemon Let's Go, and maybe it's the Pokemon Go trailer of like the geocaching, which we didn't even mention in this talk, but you know, the fact that you could actually like use your location maybe for it, but you know, seeing that become a reality in the Vverse is really cool and exciting for like a lifelong fan of Pokemon.
Yep.
Yeah. I want the same thing, as long as it gives you that good nostalgic feel. I want some stuff from like Pokemon Stadium, but yeah, I want that nostalgia.
We should do a stream one day and play the Pokemon mini games. Let's see if somehow we can hook it up.
I would love that.
I'm in.
Yeah.
Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2. Let's go.
I got both. Let's go.
I
love them, dude. Yeah.
All right. Thanks for coming, guys. I'll catch you.
Thanks for having us, Randy.
Bye-bye.